left the 9/11 memorial service in New York. The Democratic presidential nominee left the memorial service early, with sources saying that she was clearly having some type of medical episode and was forced to make an unexpected early departure, having to be helped into a van by her protective detail. Now, our correspondent in the United States in New York, Sherwin Bryce-Pease, now joins us on the line. Sherwin, nice to chat to you once again. Can you confirm this health scare by Hillary Clinton?
Let me read you the statement from one of her spokespeople, O'Brien, Nick Merrill, just releasing a statement from the Hillary Clinton campaign. Let me read it to you. Secretary Clinton attended the September 11th commemoration ceremony for just an hour and 30 minutes this morning to pay her respects and greet some of the families of the fallen. During the ceremony, she felt overheated, so departed to go to her daughter's apartment and is feeling much better. So that's good news if we can confirm that from her campaign. But what we can also tell you, O'Brien, is that from sources at the scene that her knees buckled and she lost a shoe as her protection detail helped her into her vehicle. So clearly she wasn't feeling well. She was attending the ceremony with a number of dignitaries, including her rival Republican nominee Donald Trump. They were standing. There was no seating at the ceremony. They were standing throughout. It's quite warm in New York. Not the hottest day today, I might add. There is a fresh breeze, but it is warm out there. They'd been standing for a while. She suddenly walked to her detail. They accompanied her to her vehicle convoy, had to wait a few minutes, we're told. And then apparently, according to sources at the scene, her knees gave way. She was helped into the car. Many thought she might have been rushed to a hospital. This statement now confirming that she was taken to her daughter's apartment and is feeling much better, according to that statement.
Now, Sherwin, the Trump campaign has always maintained that Hillary Clinton has a health problem. Now, this latest episode, does that feed into that speculation?
Well, I guess conservatives will be gleefully salivating at this news. I mean, Hillary Clinton has had medical episodes in the past. We know from the medical records that have been released by her doctor that she does suffer a number of chronic ailments. She takes chronic medication for an underperforming, an underperforming thyroid. So an underactive thyroid gland. She takes medication for that chronically, which means on a regular basis. And also she's on blood-thinning medication, O'Brien, after suffering a number of clot episodes. Most recently in 2013, she suffered a concussion. She was wearing sort of double vision spectacles. I think you'll remember famously during that Benghazi probe in Congress, she was wearing very thick glasses during that probe on Capitol Hill. So she has been upfront about the medication that she is taking, but the doctor also saying in that release that she was fit to run for president, but clearly conservatives will pounce on this, and we'll see this narrative now being perpetuated, I think, in the days and weeks ahead.
But will it have any, could it possibly have any impact when we talk of the election prospects for the Clinton campaign come November?
As you well know, O'Brien, we live in a 24-hour news cycle. Cable television needs every little crumb they can get. This is an election campaign that has now been running close on 2 years, the longest I've ever seen in a U.S. presidential campaign heading to the election. So clearly every morsel will be dissected by the media we have in this country, and certainly around the world. It will become an issue. There's much concern. People running for office, candidates running for office often release, like they do their tax returns, their medical records, and you want a commander-in-chief that is fit for purpose. So you will see that narrative emerging, whether it would impact on the polls. Remember, there are a number of factors in this election, including a Republican nominee that is highly unpopular among a large portion of this electorate. It remains to be seen how this will play out and whether it will initially affect the polls and certainly her standing come November 8th.
And quickly, Sherwin, is there any reaction at all at this stage from the American public?
Well, on Twitter, everyone reacts very quickly depending on which side of the political dividing line you find yourself on. We haven't heard anything from, for example, Donald Trump, who is a vociferous tweeter. So clearly people are very cautious. We are waiting to get proper information. The first morsel of information that we can verify is from her statement, from her campaign, saying that she is fine, she's at her daughter's apartment, clearly not having been rushed to hospital, but we will continue to monitor this and might come back with some more information in the hours ahead.
Thank you very much. That was our correspondent in New York, there, Sherwin Bryce-Pease. Now, Muslims across the world celebrate the Eid al-Adha, or the festival of